Well, good afternoon. Today is Monday, October. No, it's not October. Oh, I wish it was still October. Today is Monday, November 3rd. See, I have to do this every day, otherwise I lose track of time. But we have two birthdays today because today is Lisa Stavinoha, Stavinoha. Lisa, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Susan Exley's birthday, so Susan, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, well, there's only two of you, but I hope you both have a great, great birthday. My Lions lost yesterday, and their coach, Dan Campbell, summed it up perfectly. He said that the Vikings came to play, and they did everything they could to win, and they played all the best plays, and they did really well. And the Lions came to lose, and they did everything that they could to lose, and every chance that they had and every opportunity that they had, they took it, and so they lost. It started off promising. It really did start off promising, but went down the tubes pretty quickly. And beforehand, Michael Stratton, or Straighten, or whatever his name is, he predicted that J.J. McCarthy was going to be sacked 3 or 4 times. Nope. It was Jared Goff. Boom on the ground, boom on the ground, boom on the ground. J.J. McCarthy used to play at Michigan, University of Michigan. He's only 22 years old, and he's the quarterback of a major league football team. He's 2 years younger than David. He's the same age as Josh. It's like, oh my gosh. Raking in the, making all the money. But it was an interesting game. It really was. And like I said, the Lions deserved to lose. They really did. They were awful. We were supposed to start our Zoom at 4 o'clock. And it was looking really promising, and so I had texted my cousin Paul, and I said, well, check with Lynn to see if we can come at 4:30. We could, do the Zoom at 4:30 instead of 4, because this looks interesting. And then just then their field goal was blocked. They picked up the ball, and they started running, and then I wrote them back, never mind, we lost. But we still did it at 4:30. And we still lost. We lost by 3, which was the field goal that was blocked. So shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we, like in weight loss, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But speaking of weight loss, let me show you how I did. It's coming off slow, but it's coming off. That's all that really matters. I lost 0.5 for a total of 44.1 pounds, and I have 11.7 pounds to go to my first 20-pound goal loss. So, I'd like to get that under 10 pounds. I really would. I would love to lose 2 pounds next week, but I'm happy. If you noticed on my little chart, I've had 8 consecutive weeks of a loss. I think that's the longest period I've had in a very, very long time of a loss. So I'm really glad that I'm back on track. I really am. And then what else? I started to read the book last night. I thought I'm going to read a little bit. I'd like to watch Magre on PBS. It's about a French detective. And so I thought, and there was nothing else on. I did watch 60 Minutes. I watched the president's interview. And then I thought, well, I haven't got anything to watch until that starts. So I think I'll just start reading my book for my book club for tomorrow. And, oh my gosh, I couldn't put it down. I just couldn't put it down. It was so good. And what was the name of the book? Let me share it with you. It's called She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. It's Kubica. Oh my gosh, it was such a good book. It had so many twists and turns, and it really had me guessing. It really, truly got me guessing. And at the end, I thought, how's this going to end? It was one of those books. I would give it a 5. I liked it on Facebook. I forget which book it was, but somebody had read, on Sandy's recommendation, I'm going to read this book. And it was like one of the books that I had been reading lately. And then I made a comment, and I put, I hope you like it. I put did, but autocorrect put didn't. So here she's saying, here's a book Sandy recommended, and then in the comments I put, I hope you like it, I didn't. So I had to really quick reply to my reply, because I couldn't figure out how to edit it, and said, no, I did like it. So if you do see that post, I don't know who posted it, I forget. But I did enjoy the book. I'm very honest with my books. And then when I was talking to Christy last night, because I talk to Christy every night, or every day, I should say. It's all different times of the day or night that I talk to her. My cousin, or no, my niece Kathleen was there, and she wanted me to sign up for the app Goodreads, where you list all your books, and so that we can see which books we're all reading between the three of us. So I signed up on that app. I don't know. I don't understand how it works, but I'm going to look into that a little bit more today. And then for my brunch, I had a vegetable platter. I had some broccoli and cucumber and some tomato and some mushrooms and strawberries and raspberries. Did I say cucumber and tomato? I think I did. And then I had some artichoke dip. And then I had a hard-boiled egg and a cup of tea. It was very filling. It was very, very filling. And then for dinner, Jim and I are going to just have, Jim's going to have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato with some potato chips. And I'm just going to have a tomato and lettuce, because I'm trying to stay away from the fatty foods and stuff like that. I know the artichoke dip is a little bit on the fatty side, but and I love vegetables, but they're kind of bland without something on them. So I was going to have a salad, but I think I'll have that tomorrow. And then they called about my mammogram. I have two phones, but one phone I don't have listed for things. I don't know why. It's only cost me 50 cents a month. It was some kind of a deal when I was getting rid of my landline, that Verizon was having some kind of special. And since I already had 3 lines, that I could add the 4th line for 50 cents a month. And for 50 cents. So my intention at the first point of getting that phone was that was going to be for all of my doctor calls and stuff like that. But then it turned out that I just use it in an emergency type of thing. I hardly ever use that phone. But this phone that I'm recording on is where I've listed all of my doctor's appointments and stuff. And they called on that to change my mammogram appointment, because my mammogram was supposed to be on Thursday at 3 o'clock. And she said they had some cancellations and they wanted to know if I could come in at 1 o'clock instead. I'm sure that's so that they can leave earlier. It doesn't really matter to me. I'd rather go at 1 o'clock than 3 o'clock anyhow. So Thursday I'm doing that at 1 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock on Wednesday is when I do my CAT scan. And then Friday, Jim and I might go to the show. I haven't been to the show in the longest time. If it's showing around here, we want to see that new movie, Nuremberg. Nuremberg. With Russell Crowe and Rami Malkovich, or whatever his name is. So we want to go see that on Friday rather, but only if it's in this area. We have a lot of bigger theaters around here. Movie theaters, car washes, and banks. Lots of them. Grocery stores, not so much. Fruit markets, almost non-existent. We have lots of gas stations too, and not very many Starbucks, which is probably good. And lots of new homes going up. I don't know how anybody can afford a home nowadays. I'm telling you, it's just the prices of the houses around here is like ridiculous. I like it because it brings the value of my house up, but then my taxes go up because my value of my house goes up. So it's a catch-22. And I don't plan on moving, although it was sad to hear my neighbor next door, they're thinking about moving. I know the guy across the street is planning on moving. He wants to go back to Texas. I'm surprised he's not just moving to Germany. His wife, he met when he was in the service when he was in Germany. And so she's German. And I think if she had her brother, she'd rather go back to Germany. But they lived in Texas for the longest time. And then he moved to Michigan when he was stationed here. And then he stayed once he left the services. But his kids were still in school, so he didn't want to leave. But now his kids are all in college. And I think the one is almost ready to graduate. So he's talking about moving back to Texas. So I don't know, such is life. Everything changes, unfortunately. Nothing stays the same, which could be good and it could be bad. I don't know. We never know. And then what else is going on? It's kind of a nice day. It's kind of sunny. Jim's back is starting to bother him. I told him that his chiropractor, who hasn't seen all year because his back hasn't been bothering him at all, and I think that's because he's lost weight, because he's lost like 35 pounds, 40 pounds. And I think that kind of correlates with his back not bothering him as much. And we do have really good insurance. And our chiropractor loves our insurance. And so I think he was looking for Jim. And so he called him last week. And then all of a sudden, Jim woke up today with a backache. So I said, I don't know if the guy put something into your mind or if he put a hex on you. so he went to the spa, or he calls it, to the LA Fitness. I was doing laundry, and today's my cleaning day. I should have probably went and walked on the treadmill, but I thought, no, you just go ahead, because all he was going to do was go into the hot tub. So that's where he is now. And then when he gets home, we're going to watch Tracker from last night, and then we watch The Last Frontier on Apple. That's our big excitement for the day. Do my house cleaning, do my laundry, probably go out. I need to go out and put some food in my bird feeders, get my mail. That's it. So exciting. You wish you were me. Oh, how narcissistic is that? Yeah, I can't. The leaves are still falling off the trees. Usually on Mondays we rake leaves, but we rake them every other day. And tomorrow is the day the trash pickup is, so I'm surprised Jim didn't decide to rake leaves tonight. Maybe when he gets home with his back all feeling better, maybe we can rake some leaves. Doesn't that sound exciting? Oh my gosh, so exciting. But I would rather wait till the end of the week, because we're supposed to get rain all weekend. With the rain, all the leaves will come off the trees then. So we should be just one more week of raking leaves, hopefully, and then be done. So anyway, half a pound lost. I really would like to lose at least a pound a week, but I'll take a half a pound. I really, like last week, I'm really doing pretty well. I don't understand. I didn't get into the Halloween candy, so that was good. The extra candy bars that we had, we threw into the freezer so that we're not tempted to eat them. And then, but I can't think. When did I eat? Well, we did eat out once. We went to Ford's Garage. So I did eat out once last week, but other than that, I think I've been doing pretty well. So it's just I've reached an age where it's going to come off slow. But like I said, 8 consecutive weeks of loss. I can't complain about that. So just keep plugging away. That's all I can do. So thank you once again for all of your cute emojis and your comments and your likes and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for today. And see if anybody... Joan should be putting up her weekend vlog, I think, pretty soon. So I'll have that to watch this afternoon. And I know the only one I've seen so far that I have to watch still is Valerie Reese. I know that Carrie, Weight Watchers with Carrie and Terry Weeks, they usually don't film on the weekends. So I'll see something on them tonight. So that'll do it. So until tomorrow, hopefully we see each other then.